Hey everybody, it is Monday, March 11th. Is that right? March Madness coming up. And we are, guess what? Still waiting. That's right. We're still waiting. What are we waiting for, K-Pro?
We have lots of good stuff coming, but yeah, we are in wait mode. We're waiting on um JCB's book to come out in October. We are waiting for the Netflix documentary, which is rumored to be in June, but we don't know that for sure yet. We are waiting for the invitation to come out. We're waiting for WSOF to get here. We're
Yeah,
waiting on Yence's doc or Yence's project, whatever he's working on.
right.
So yeah, there's lots of waiting.
Well, our treasure hunt and the WSOF are two guarantees. We know when those are happening. You have the dates. It's set in stone. It's going to happen. The other stuff, I hope, we've just been waiting for 4 years. So what takes so long? That's the part I don't understand. But I'm not a filmmaker. I'm not a whatever. So yeah, Davio says he's still waiting. So we're all still waiting.
But we're waiting in a good perspective because with the JCB hunt, we have some pictures out. That's more than I mean, there's a rumored Shiloh book. We don't have anything from it,
No,
but we do have a little something from JCB. It's more official than anything we have. And
Shiloh's
he's
not a Shiloh's
okay.
not allowed to put anything out at this point because he waited too long. So as far as I'm concerned, you can just erase Shiloh off the board. He's done. If you go wait 4 years, it still hasn't happened. Come on, what are you waiting for?
Well, and I do think it's a good point that you brought up because I do think they're all still lions, but he doesn't have a new hunt. He just has some answers on a 4-year-old hunt that was solved 4 years ago.
You believe that?
So I don't think he's going to give the answers, but I do think he might have some. He's going to
Shiloh,
have some detail that's kind of interesting, don't you think?
not really.
Okay,
I really don't. Yeah. I
okay.
mean, if you think it's interesting that he's going to say 9 Mile Hole and yep, Jack found it and everybody
Oh,
can
he's
go
not even
home.
going to say Nine Mile
That's what
Hole.
Forrest said. I mean,
He,
why is
he's not
people
going to
still
say 9 Mile
interested in it?
Hole.
It's over.
Yeah, he's just going to say Jack. No, I think yeah, but yeah, yeah. And I'm okay.
I
I will be interested in watching it. I will be interested, like Zoe and what Zoe said. I've heard she didn't even talk about the chase at all. She only talked about her father. It'll be
right.
interesting just because I knew Forrest is the reason. When Carl talks, I'm going to be interested. Is it going to be breaking news? No, I don't think. I mean, Shiloh already is confirmed. Jack is the finder, retriever, no nudge. It's done. Don't search for anything. He's already said it, but how he says it and how they put it all together, it's going to be cool when
I'll
he's
watch it. I mean, I'll watch it, and if I'm wrong, if there's something new there, great. But I'm not gonna wait and think about it. I guess is the way I'll put it because it's just been 4 years. It's like, come on.
So
But
Nomadic Madman said, I thought Shiloh was coming to World Series of Fenn. I heard rumors that he talked to some people and said he might go, but are there safety concerns and things? But that was only a rumor or secondhand, third-hand information. And he did ask for dates, what dates they were. I don't have an RSVP from him, so I don't know. So
yeah, yeah. So anyway, I don't think we're gonna get anything new from Shiloh. So I discount that. I know a lot of people think the epic, but he promised what is it, epic and fun? What is it, epic answers and fun or something like that?
yeah. And he's
Yeah.
gonna do right
Well,
by the search community
right.
and all of that. So
Yeah.
yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, if it happens, it happens. I'm not gonna worry about it. We have a date for JCB and Yence's, which is October 21. We'll see if that gets pushed off or not, like these
Well,
things do.
yeah, yeah, that's true.
And then Netflix, it's been what, 2 years we've been talking about Netflix or so.
Yeah, I think longer than that.
So yeah, I hope it happens this summer. But again,
Well, I checked in with Jared last week and week before last, sometime in the last little bit,
mhm,
and he said he's going to try to get a release date. So at least we know JCB's date, and we know
right.
Jens is supposed to come out before that. We know he'll take to the very last second if he gets it done. So, did you want to
Right.
segue do we want to do the invitation? We wanted to show you guys a trailer.
Yeah, Bambi
We have
wants to
another.
know about the Bambi. Candy wants to know about the Bambi chapter. Maybe another time, Candy. This is not the
Well,
Bambi.
there's lots of chapters that has Bambi in it.
That's
Bambi
right.
is one of our key characters.
It's true. All right.
Yeah.
So before we get into that, Jens did email me. I don't know if you guys were in the speakeasy. Are we doing a speakeasy tonight after the show?
There has been some requests because, well, let's see if everybody wants one after what we discuss tonight.
Well, Yance won't be there. So he did send me an email and he just wanted some clarifications made. So I said, all right. So what he said is he wanted it very clear that Yance, our documentarian friend, is not JCB's representative or his PR person. He's not his spokesman or his messenger to the Forrest Fenn community. So he is not the Shiloh to the and these are my words. He is not the Shiloh to the community for a Forrest that Forrest Fenn is, whatever. He says JCB didn't even know that I was going to be in the speakeasy. So he says, in hindsight, I naively underestimated the effect of my presence and should not have joined the conversations, meaning Discord. So it's not possible for me to be there without creating a shark tank, is what he said. I just think what it is we thought, and I'm only speaking for myself, K-Pro, you can weigh in. I think we thought he had some answers, which is why he came in. And then when he wouldn't answer anything, people were kind of wondering why. So, but it happened the way it happened. It's over. Yance, we hope you come out with your doc and it's all great. But again, we're waiting for that as well. We're waiting for a trailer. So if you could have a trailer ready by World Series of Fenn, which is in 9 weeks, that would be great. But we'll see. What do you have to say about that, K-Pro?
Well, you and I discussed this after the last show because you do feel that Ben is a spokesperson for Shiloh because Shiloh specifically gives him stuff to share with the community.
Right.
So you'd already brought this up. I was like, then what's the other word? Because I see that point. So Ben is the spokesperson, but Jens was more, so I put up on Discord, what is another term? So I put in a synonym for spokesperson, and there was things like champion, liaison, mouthpiece. There was a lot of words, and we narrowed it down to a couple, but you were pretty convincing to me about what you think the right term is. I don't want, if someone's new in the community and says, what is Yance to JCB, I wouldn't like to have to explain it in 100 words. I'd like to explain it in, that's why we have words that describe things so you don't have to describe everything. So you came up with a term that you thought was accurate, and I understand it, and I want to see what the room thinks.
Well, what Yance is he's a documentarian, and he happens to have filmed a documentary with JCB. So what Yance is an insider. He has some inside information just from the fact that he filmed with the guy. I don't think Yance is involved in the treasure hunt. I don't think Yance is, and we don't know. We don't know what's going to be in his doc. So we don't know that part. But I don't think after the doc launches, let's say October 21st, if Yance's doc comes out and the treasure hunt comes out, I don't think Yance is involved in the treasure hunt in any way. I mean, he never made it sound that way, so I don't see why he would be. I think JCB can do whatever he wants for himself, unless we hear something different. So I would call him an insider. He has some kind of inside information. He knew about this before everybody else did, obviously, because he filmed with him. How long ago did he film with JCB, that we think?
March was when he went to his, was when he made first contact. So like I heard in March, and then he's had more than one session. I know of a couple, and kind of or I've heard rumors of the content of the first couple of filming sessions.
There you go.
So it was March. It was about a year ago.
So 10 to 12 months. So I'm assuming Yance has known about this treasure hunt for 10 to 12 months. And so that means he has inside information, whatever. I don't know the detail or anything.
Yeah,
but
so insider is fine with me.
JCB.
Yance is the insider with JCB.
Right.
So like like the questions, if Yance had said, why don't you guys put a list of questions together? JCB didn't even know, so he wasn't the spokesperson, obviously. Yance just, because he's an insider, thinks he can get JCB to perhaps answer them, so insider does fit. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah.
I'd look at it both ways. This is Jens's documentary. So Jens can say whatever he wants about his own documentary, I would think. Or maybe JCB says, I will be in your doc, but you cannot say anything until the doc comes out. Maybe there's that agreement in place. Because wouldn't Jens want to I guess he did try and pump up his doc by saying it's going to come out at the same time as this treasure hunt, guys. And we all went, oh, does that mean it's in the doc? And I don't know if he ever confirmed that or not. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. But in other words, I would think he would want to give tidbits, meaning, yeah, we all want to see your doc, but maybe the trailer will do that. So I think we should just wait for the trailer. I mean, I hate to say let's just wait, but that's all we can do on these things.
But I do have to say, for him to say, I can't believe, like, people are asking me questions. It was like a shark infested waters. Jens was sitting by himself in the other speakeasy on the other Discord, waiting for people to come in, going like, look at me.
So what he told me is
okay.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
What he told me is that he went into the speakeasy to try and see what other people thought of the treasure hunt announcement news type thing.
But no one was in there. Like he was the
Oh,
only
well,
one, and
maybe he was
other people.
waiting. I'm not going to speak
Yeah,
for him, so I don't know.
yeah. I
Yeah.
just, yeah. If you, it's kind of the
Oh, there it
equivalent.
is. Cynthia just says they have a joint NDA regarding Yence's doc. Do you mean Jens and JCB, Cynthia? To me, that makes sense. I mean, if JCB is doing $1 million treasure hunt, I would say well, that means Jens does have inside information. If there's an NDA, he obviously doesn't want Jens to put things out too early. So I get it. I think what the problem was in our Discord is people were getting upset at him for not answering any questions. That's what
Well,
it seemed
no,
like.
and I'm gonna say it a little different. Some people are very good at answering things and kind of dealing with people, and some don't do it. This is why PR is $1 billion business. So
Right,
when you
right.
answer and say, well, it's not really for me to share, Justin is a really good example. Justin said a lot when he did have to say things like, I can't answer that, or I have a upcoming NDAs, etc. He did a really good job in, I don't know, I felt like Justin said a ton, but he didn't say anything he didn't want to say. He did a really good job when he spoke for himself.
Mm-hmm.
When Jens came in, it was a little more frustrating because he would say some things and then he would say no. And I don't know. I just, yeah, I got a little bit more. Okay, let's look at the chat because there's lots going on in the chat.
So now Cynthia's an insider. She says, yes, a joint NDA between Jens and JCB, just like the joint NDA between me and Jens. So Cynthia has inside information she can't talk about. Everybody has inside information with these NDAs, which is fine. I think Jens should have come out with it in a different way. I think he joined Speakeasy like, hey, everybody, all my friends are in here. And then we're like, what about A, B, C, and D? And I don't think he did a very good. What he tried to say, I think, is there's a plan in place, but I don't think he did a very good job
Well,
of
let's
saying
see
it
what he
that way.
thinks the plan is. Why don't you bring up his about me? Let's just lay it out and then be done
In
with that
Discord?
conversation. Yeah.
In Discord? Okay.
So when you go on Discord, guys, you can kind of put your description of who you are. So you
Right.
can say documentarian, you can say treasure hunter, you can say whatever.
I heard he changed it right before the show started. No, I'm
Well,
just
I have a screen capture in case you need it.
I bet you do. All right, so what do I have to do? I got to go to members, Jens. Jens.
As you're finding that, Packer, thank you for the super chat. Thanks for supporting the new nonfiction.
Where's
Number
Skip?
one, new release. Where is Skip? He's rocking it. I want to do a review of it because I have tons of questions. So thank you back to you for actually getting a project done, Packer.
That's right. And not actually, Packard never spilled the beans ahead of time. I think maybe he left some
Right.
crumbs.
Nobody saw any of it beforehand. Like we've seen JCB.
All right, there you go. That is Jens's
Okay, so
profile on
let's
Discord.
read this part. He says several things, but he says he's a documentarian fucking around with Discord, with
It's
each
effing
Discord, trying to fuck with people's heads and emotions. This is how he describes himself. I'm going to take him.
Making a little joke, but yeah.
Is it a joke or I think?
Is it?
I mean,
I don't know.
He must be
maybe.
so proud that that's his just about me. Like,
or is Discord part of his doc? He recorded all of it, obviously.
And that's
anyway.
I have been, yeah.
I know. I'm just joking, everybody. Whatever. Jens is going to do whatever Jens wants to do. You just can't do it in our speakeasy. That's all. Otherwise, you're going to get the red button. And you're going to get a lot of questions from people in the community wondering, hey.
Right. When you say you're fucking with people, that's what he said about himself.
I know.
He's saying he's messing with people. And that's our insider with JCB.
There you go, our insider. There you but all I can do is give credit that he got the interview. He's the one that filmed it. So good for him. Now you got to follow through and put it out on time and in a good way. So,
but we've been saying that for what? We've
been saying
started
that
in 2017, 18, 19.
That about
I don't know,
Justin.
at least 5 years ago. Yeah, finish it up. Get it done.
Saying that about everybody.
Well, no, even though I know he kind of trashed me about, and he said it straight to my face, so I appreciate him. He's like, yours wasn't a documentary. It was just content put together. You're right. I have no artistic ability when it comes to that. But like I said back to him, but I actually got mine done. So we appreciate anyone that's trying, but to actually complete a project is hard. So Packer completed his project. Boom.
And it's #1 in biographies of Cold War on Amazon. So go check it out, everybody. Where was Skip? There you go.
Yep.
It's all about Loran, right? Yeah, go check it out, everybody, on Amazon. Just look up Where Was Skip on Amazon. You'll see it.
Okay, so let's talk about
All
stuff
right,
we
what
do
else?
know that's happening. So Jens, we hope you do well in figuring out how to make a documentary. I
We're
think
all
this will
gonna
be his
watch
first
it.
one, he said. I don't know. So
Again,
he's trying to be a documentarian. I think this is his first documentary. So it's hard. There is a lot more pieces to it than most people
yeah.
realize. Just like a book, I can tell you, Packer. Let's transition to the invitation where we'll talk about a few other things: JCB's hunt, WSOF, etc. So um, we had an issue with the book, so it's back at the printer. We're trying to get, there were some errors. It's been a tough process. I know Jon probably just went through this process. This is what Packer, and then also JCB is dealing with. So pretty amazing. So it is scheduled to come out on time. Do you want to watch the trailer, honey?
Yeah, this is the latest trailer we put out for our treasure hunt, Cowlazars and Cape Rose treasure hunt for a Forrest Fenn gold coin, along with some other
I think we've given out more gold
interesting
in
things.
a treasure hunt than anyone other than Forrest, right?
All right, let me know if you guys, yeah, well, maybe. Let me know if you guys can hear this, okay?
The day had started like any other for Silver Sam, as he was known on the forums, planning his trip to look for the treasure. He'd been boots on the ground many times, but this trip was different. Scanning a popular searcher forum, Loki, he had come across a plausible explanation of the waters that started the path to find the treasure. He couldn't believe searchers would post their ideas for all to steal. He was a lurker who never posted and had no intention of doing so. Let the know-it-alls tell everyone they had it all figured out. They probably never even went on a BOTG. He usually only read the forums for entertainment and to get an idea if anyone had considered a new search area before he made the trip himself. A searcher with the forum handle Acrophobia made a post recently about a starting location, and it made sense. Damn, why didn't he think of that months ago? Sam sits at a large weathered desk, dominating the living area. It's cluttered with topographical maps, some marked with annotations on potential streams and rivers. There are also several aged books on fishing and past Indian cultures, their pages dog-eared and annotated. Beside these, a high-powered metal detector leans against the wall, its surface scratched and worn from frequent use. Hanging on the walls are photographs of various locations, from waterfalls to geothermal hot springs, each with GPS coordinates scribbled beneath. In one corner of the room, there's a display of small artifacts, old coins, fragments of pottery, and a flattened 7-Up can, each meticulously labeled and dated. In the middle of this organized chaos is a bulletin board cluttered with notes, newspaper clippings about legendary treasures, and letters from fellow enthusiasts. Amidst these is a prominent detailed journal where Sam records every clue, hypothesis, and detail from his searches, the pages filled with a mix of excitement and frustration. It is always within arm's reach if he needs to do an edit here or there. The apartment's windowsill holds a collection of rocks gathered from various locations, each piece a memento from a different journey. Nearby, a pair of well-worn hiking boots and a weather-resistant hat sits, ready for the next adventure. In the background, the big screen TV hums along with Gosh Jates and his popular treasure hunting show, Expedition Found. He usually left it playing in the background for inspiration. If Gosh can find all these treasures, why not me? Normally, he saved the program and played it back when he worked on his solution, but this time, the program happened to be live. Sam looked up from his computer screen when he heard the intro blare from the surround sound speakers. We interrupt this broadcast with the announcement from eccentric millionaire and recluse Felix Frost that his treasure has been found. Hundreds of thousands of searchers from across the world have searched for the elusive treasure over the last 10 years. One lucky searcher has finally found it. There will be a press conference at 9 a.m. tomorrow. We now resume your normal broadcast. Sam froze in place. He couldn't comprehend what he just heard. Found? Lucky searcher? What the hell? It can't be. The shock slowly subsides and gives way to anger. He crumples up the paper he was writing on and throws it at the TV. It can't be true.
Sounds just like Dan.
See, the music sounds funky to me. I can't hear the music real well.
I really don't need the music.
I know, it's just interesting that the music,
So there, I cut the music off. So you guys are starting to see the idea of our treasure hunting book, which is going to drop at the end of April. Felix Frost, a recluse. Silver Sam's a searcher. Popular internet forum called Loki. You get the idea. And the Felix Frost treasure has been found. No
Yeah,
advanced ciphers needed to solve it. K-Pro could easily solve it. Boots on
easily,
the
I don't know,
ground are
easily.
required.
We are trying to make it harder. So you guys will see, hopefully, we have 2 more trailers lined up. Hopefully this Friday we'll get the next one done. We have tons of questions from you guys. If you want to put it in any additional questions in the comment section or on Discord or on Thor or on Facebook or anywhere, I'm keeping a list. We're going to answer questions. And then I thought it would be fun to maybe show the book, the actual book.
Hopefully
we have
Friday
it.
we can do that, right?
Well, no, because I already have one lined up for Friday, which is a Q&A.
Oh, I see. After that. Okay.
Yeah.
So, and what if you guys are reading along here, some of the rules and things, we're going to make a video that addresses all the questions and the rules. But one of the things is it just said this, it just went by. If gold and silver isn't your thing, you can get a cash equivalent of $2,000 if you don't want a Forrest Fenn gold coin along with some other items. Instead of that prize, you can get $2,000 cash money. So there you go.
Yeah, and Copper Dan says, do all the characters get free books? No, we have like 50 characters, 50 people. You should be able to maybe tie in a general sense to somebody in the community. So no, we would be giving away all of our books. So.
All right, we're taking orders now, everybody. Pre-orders. Again, watch this. It's there under the Cowlazars channel. Watch it when you get a chance, and it gives you the information. Email me if you want to pre-order, and I'll give you the other info.
Yeah, and I will say, I was going to say something and I forgot what it was. It must have been that important. Oh, but the main character, Copper Dan, you're so Copper Dan.
That's a good question. Who is the main character? That's a very good question. I guess you have to read the book and decide for yourself who the main character is. Yeah, it should be a lot of fun.
There has been a couple of orders from outside the country. We have to wait to get the book, but once we get it, we'll let you know exactly what shipping is, because there's a standard US shipping rate that's $9.85 for anywhere in the country. But when we didn't realize, we have a few out of country people already interested, so we will do that. Yeah. But I'm Bambi and I want mine signed. They will be available. I know several of the main characters are going to be at World Series of Fenn, and you can definitely, we can all sign them. However, we have had some people ask if they can get signed. Let's see. So I don't know. Is Copper Dan, are you going to World Series of Fenn?
He'll be there. He says no, but he'll be there. Right, Dan? Come on.
Sylvia, otherwise maybe known as Cynthia, will be there. Is Packer going?
It is boots on the ground, Steve. So people outside of the country obviously need somebody to get boots on the ground for them. Wherever in the U.S. this thing is, that'll become readily apparent once you guys get the book, I think. He says, I guess I'll come as Sam. Yeah. So, yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. Again, it's an alternate reality. You guys saw the website is Loki, Felix Frost, Silver Sam, Acrophobia. Yeah, there's
Jacob
a lot of
Flowers
things like that. And that was a lot of the fun, is creating the alternate reality name. So,
well, and I do have to say, some of the nights I was grumpy at certain people, I put in negative things, perhaps. Those all have been taken out. The only people that kind of get trashed in the book are me and Mike, where I'm a blabbermouth, or Brio is a blabbermouth. Moosebeam does some things. Everything, all the pictures are going to be positive. It's only positive and fun.
Candy said she's got her Bambi top ready to go. I want to know what that means. And how many clues were in that trailer, huh? You don't know until you get the book. So you got to get the book. You got to register your email to be eligible to win. So when you buy the book, email me. Let me know. When I get your mailing address, that's when you are then registered in order to play this little game that we call a Grand Adventure. So that is April 26th is the launch date. Everything will be in the mail the week before. So the people not coming to World Series of Fenn, you will have it in the mail Thursday or Friday before. Nobody's going to solve this in one day, I hope. So don't worry about that part, guys. Will the book come out on Audible?
Don't answer that. Let's put it on Friday. I don't want people to have to go through this video to get key pieces of, so we will answer that on our trailer.
Yeah, we'll
on
do
Friday.
a Q&A or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
all right. So with all this waiting we're doing, you don't have to wait very long for the invitation, April 26th, and the World Series of Fenn, April 26th.
Well, I think it's important that if you haven't worked on a hunt in a little while, you need to kind of get the juices flowing and get your brain started again on puzzles, the invitation. And then if Netflix comes out in June, like has been rumored, we have Justin's big project. And I think it's a treasure hunt. I think it has a dragon bracelet in it. I'm just saying that. That's me, rumor only. So I think we're going to have two big hunts. And yeah.
Yeah, it'll be a lot of fun. Will this be solved by October? We don't know. We'll see. I mean, really can't judge. It depends how many people work on it. And
well, some people, here's one question that I was asked, and I think we need to answer on Friday. Is you guys have been doing treasure hunts, what I consider treasure hunts for years, like lots of them. Why are you saying this is your first one?
No, that's because this is our first book. It's our first treasure hunting book.
Like major, and it's going to take a little bit, and it's going to, can WSOF go back to February? I think yes. The only reason we moved it was because of Super Bowl. I can tell you prices are a lot more expensive for rooms and things because April, the pool's already open. It's going to be 80 degrees next month. So it's going to be more expensive now that we did it in April. And I think we need to move it back to February-ish.
Everybody bring your bathing suits.
There you go.
Dip your toe in it.
So let's speak of that. WSOF. I emailed many of people yesterday. We do have some really cool things that are going to happen. Either prizes or little gifts to the whole community with words and insight and maybe other things that'll happen. So get out to WSOF. There is a video that we did of all the details. We will get a lot more out in the next month. We're hoping to have, so how the poker tournament works is Bally's is Horseshoe deals with all the money. So if you win, you get a certain amount of money. They deal with that, gaming laws of Nevada. We deal with donations. So we already have a few donations in. So if you win first, you get to go over to the table and pick out the thing that you want the most. And we've had just a variety. Forrest donated when he was alive. Shiloh has donated. You know, it's just something really impactful. It's usually not high in dollar figure. It's usually something that's just so cool if you were a searcher. Forrest donated, or Nelica donated one year some Forrest Fenn arrowheads, and it's a really cool,
a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It
doesn't have to be Forrest Fenn related. You can donate gift cards. You can donate whatever you want. Well, maybe our treasure hunting book will be on the gift table. We'll see.
We'll never know.
We'll see.
You never know.
Would it go first?
And that's actually, if you do run a treasure hunt, we do have somebody that wants to set up a table this year, and it looks like we will be doing the full-blown conference next year. And so we're going to have treasure books available. So if you, there might be a Doc Frost. You don't know. Maybe, Doc Fenn. Maybe. You don't know.
Could be.
Yeah. So it was fun coming up with everybody.
We can't fit everybody. So some people may get it and be like, oh, why am I not in there? Well, because we can't, there's no way we can fit everybody, but there might always be a sequel. So just hang on. Just wait with everybody else. Just wait. We'll see how this one goes, and then we'll see if we decide to do a sequel. I think Kate already has the idea in her head, so we'll see.
Well, and the funny part is I'm mixing up. Like when I was talking about Cynthia the other day, I'm like, Sylvia, because it's Jacob. I keep saying Justin Jacob. So yeah, there's a few people here and there.
I don't think
it'll be fun
in the chat for some reason.
Say that again.
Hooli. I don't think I see Hooli in the chat for some reason.
No, she might be traveling or working or something. Yeah.
Right.
So okay, so WSOF. It's going to be different this year, though, because we moved the poker tournament to Friday night. So make sure you get in time. So we'll start off at the Cabinet of Curiosities like we did before, and then or the Cupboard of Mischief. That's how it is in the book. So this bar that is at the Horseshoe, we all mix and mingle. We do kind of an announcement there. Then we'll go to the poker tournament on Friday night. We'll finish up at Ellis Island on Saturday. It gives us time then to get to Fremont Street,
Fremont Street.
and
I think
then
everybody's going to be reading the book, so they're going to go back to the room and read the treasure hunting book.
yes,
So,
everyone. See, there she is. You said her name.
hey, there she is.
Julie Sockets is here.
All right. Sudden Sam. Ellen Trigger was nice. Okay, so yeah, a lot of waiting, guys. It's just that's the way the world works. We got to wait for the specific date. So we have some dates for some things. We don't have dates for other things, and we're just waiting.
And what I'm not going to do here on YouTube is actually give out rumors and did you guys hear this and that?
Right.
Because that's much better for the speakeasy, because then we can see who's hearing what, and everybody, a lot more people chime in there. And it's usually, I don't know, anywhere from, we've had 10, we've had 80 in one of them. I couldn't believe we had 80 people in one of them.
We could just call it rumor easy. All right. Go ahead.
Yeah. And Mike and I, you know, we've kind of come to a happy medium. He doesn't care about the social side, what doc is coming out. That's not he wants the puzzles. He wants the info. That's it. He doesn't want to talk about the rumors of it.
Yeah, I want to watch the docs. Don't get me wrong. And whatever Shiloh comes out with, I'll read it or I'll watch it or whatever it is. When all we hear is secondhand information, it's kind of hard. But that's all we ever get is secondhand information.
You got direct information from Yance, and we got direct information off his Discord handle that he's effing with our heads. That's what he wants everyone to know
so
about
maybe it's
him.
all made up. Maybe JCB isn't his doc. Maybe he went in a new direction.
No, because that leaked out. He's not as confidential as he should. Yeah,
nobody
he got it.
Here's the problem with the Chase community, everybody. You ready? If you don't know this, you ready? Nobody knows how to keep their mouth shut. That is the problem with the Chase community. And I'm talking about everybody, me, K-Pro, every single person listening to this, every single person in Discord or Speakeasy. Nobody knows how to keep their mouth shut. But I guess
but also when I stumble on information, like when I found out that Shiloh was in Netflix, that's the thing that I didn't want to have happen again. That's why I don't want to discuss it here. I mean, people were just ranting and raving and angry. K-Bro's a liar. He's not in Netflix. He's not in that. And it's like, so if I don't have it more direct, it's like, let's just wait for it. Like Shiloh might have just recorded with another documentarian. I don't even want to say
another rumor. A little jab or Ruski.
Well, if we do, then what's going to happen? We're going to have people ranting that no, Shiloh would tell me if that was the case because I'm his best friend and blah, blah. Okay, then let's not talk about him filming this week.
Right. So, and we'll say this as a little caveat. What if Shiloh gets cut out of Netflix? So Shiloh filmed with Netflix. We don't know if he'll be in the final product, but Shiloh did film with Netflix. At least that's what I've been told. I don't have any firsthand information from it, but that's what I've been told by those who say they do know. So there you go. All right. What else? Anything?
Let's see. We talked about Jens being the insider. He's messing with with the community by his words, not mine. That's not a summary. That's what he said. Oh, JCB Hunt. I want to give a huge amount of props to G Bavetta, and there's like 2 or 3 others. I'm sorry if I didn't say your name. Tell me and I will. They have been researching the pictures that have been out on JCB's Hunt, that one with all the treasure chest items. And they've come up with this huge catalog of items that have been in there, what they've recently sold for, etc. It is so incredible because I couldn't have done that. I don't know how they're the sleuthers. They're awesome. So if you want to see the list, we have an invitation sub area set up, and that you can go, and people are already talking about, because there's a lot of new people coming into our Discord because they weren't a part of Forrest Fenn's Hunt. They're already finding out about this JCB Hunt. They want to know a little bit more. So you can discuss there, and there is shenanigans that have started, but if we talk about them, then it just spotlights them, and that's what they want. So just know if there's unauthorized websites, unauthorized people, go to the source and get the information from the source. JCB, I consider the source, target.com, his official book release. Jon Collins-Black has a joncollinsblack.com website. He hasn't referenced this project yet, in my opinion.
So I have a question, and this just occurred to me. Maybe Packer Jack can answer because he has out a book. Can you put up a book that is available to pre-order without the book being finished? That's a question. I mean, how do you, is that, I mean, So is the book already done and Amazon has it in their warehouse and they're just taking pre-orders and they're going to ship it? Or is it, here's the pre-order, but Jon Collins-Black still needs to give us the finished book? It's just a question.
Yeah, it's a great
urgent.
question. I don't know for sure 100%.
Hmm.
I'll look into it.
I mean, you think if for all these websites to have pre-order information, the book's got to be done, but and finalized.
But they don't have the book. Like somebody's already selling it for $39 because they bought it in bulk. They said, and they're selling it for
The
$39.95.
website, yeah, they do that with all books. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Right, but I don't think they have them in hand right now.
Yeah, that's an interesting thing. What do pre-orders really mean? Does it mean the book is done and you can pre-order it, or is it just pre-orders in anticipation of the book coming out? Because
Yeah.
for Amazon, you don't get charged until the day it ships. So I have a feeling it's the book may not be done. It's just a pre-order for when it comes out. All right. Funny part is no one knows when people do keep their mouth shut. Yeah, that's true, Huli. Well, that's the idea of keeping your mouth shut is nobody knows. That's true. All right.
Yeah.
Can I sell a car before it's built? Yeah, good point, Dobby. You can probably pre-order one. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I think the pre-order does not mean the book is done. So maybe JCB is still making the puzzles, still writing on it. He's got 6 months.
Okay, Jeremy
Probably
says you can
yeah.
change print on demand book at any time. So he could put up a blank page and sell it on a pre-order. There are pages up. So thank you, Jeremy. I don't know. I don't know. So how much of the description and things did John come up with and how much did
Did
I'm
Yance
being
come up
told
with?
that
No, just
I'm being told that Target.com puts the 22 and over because I just thought that was random and weird. So
right.
I don't know.
All right, just a question. Something tells me it's not ready yet. Maybe that's why JCP hasn't come out publicly to say anything yet. Like he's not ready. He's not done yet, but we'll see. As the summer goes on and we get into fall, we will see if we get an official announcement from JCB. That's what we're waiting for. That's what I'm waiting for anyway. A trailer from Yance for his doc would be great. Something from Netflix with a release date would be great. And we just have to wait for these things. So
yeah, and Jens said that he was going to try before WSOF, but he did not commit to that. But he sees the difference between a trailer and a teaser. The stuff he has done up to this point are teasers, which are short, like 1, 2, just a couple minute little snippet. A trailer is actually more substantive in his mind.
mm-hmm.
So that would be great if we got anything. Just because it's been going on so many years, I think everybody that I talk to's concern is it going to get done? So, and there's no reason to discuss it. We're just need to wait and we will know if it gets done, if the book gets dropped and we don't, because he's already said simultaneously, his plan is to simultaneously release it with Jon Collins-Black launch of his book.
Well, I want to know how many Bitcoin are in the treasure because as many of you may know, Bitcoin has finally broken the $70,000 mark. And by October, it could be up to 100 grand. Could also be back down to 20 grand. We don't know. But if there are Bitcoin wallets there that you win at, that are full of Bitcoin, I mean, that's huge.
Yeah.
So we'll see. All we can do
Well,
is
and I should clarify, Jon Collins-Black has said October of 2024. I don't know which year he ends, but that's been a joke for years now because he always says, oh, it's coming out this summer or this fall. It's like, yeah, what year?
he'll get it done. I mean, I would hope he gets it done.
Well, at least now we know there's somewhat of a deadline. If he misses, I know he got one of the last interviews with Forrest and he had such a huge opportunity and kind of lost it now that it's been so many years since Forrest's hunt is over. He has the story before to launch JCB's book. If he misses this deadline, I don't think JCB is going to delay his entire multi-million-dollar treasure hunt and plan based on Yent slipping more deadlines. So he has a great opportunity. Is he going to be like Forrest where he misses it? He had some really good stuff in the Forrest Fenn interview that 4 years ago would have been awesome if he could have gotten it done. And then even 3 years ago, and then 2 years ago, and now it's a whole different storyline. JCB, new hunt.
It all changes. Yeah, that means. So Gallatin Ghost says to take advantage of the pre-order option, your manuscript needs to be mostly complete. That means your manuscript should just need final editing or proofreading before making your book available for pre-order. All right, that makes sense, I guess. So,
but we know the editing process mostly complete is not, it's like being kind of pregnant. You either are or you're not. So
every time
I just
we
know the
think we're
editing
done,
process can take a long time.
Yeah. JCB looks legit, unlike that fake $1 million hunt. What's the fake $1 million hunt? Blackbeard? Only one I got.
I don't know. I can't remember. I don't know. I don't know.
You'd only be guessing secondhand. All right. Okay. Anything else? Pre-order our treasure hunt if you so desire.
Oh, she got that from Google. Okay, it makes
Yeah,
sense, but I
makes
wonder, well, and there's already pages that are uploaded into the description section.
Right. So
So
some of it's got to be done. Yeah.
I would
I
think it needs
just
to be done.
I was just wondering why it hasn't come out publicly, and maybe it's because it's not finalized yet. That's all. But who knows, whatever that means. So
Well, you wouldn't want to put it, if it's a true multi-million dollar treasure hunt,
Mhm.
do you want to get it to all your outlets early? I know. So here's one thing I do know because I went and talked to Barnes and Noble, and I think it was about Doug Preston's book. And it's a big deal when you have big new releases coming out. Oh, no, it was about the Harry Potter books. People wanted the manuscript so bad because there was such a frenzy.
Right.
They said they would get them the day before. That night before is when they would get them, and their employees would be reading through them and stuff. So, will the
That
distributors
happens
have
with
them a
any
day
book.
before? I don't know.
Yeah, that happens with any book. Think of the Collected Works bookstore. They got the Forrest Fenn book before anybody else did in October of 2010 or whenever the book came out. I mean, there's always somebody that can lay eyes on it before the public.
Right,
That's
right.
how it works.
I
And
just don't think they're getting them right now.
oh, right. No, no. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, it is. You don't give it 6 months early. So, huh.
8 months early. There must have been something funny that happened because this does seem to be outside the norm. I wonder what that backstory is. It'd be awesome to hear it.
It would be, wouldn't it? All right. Nikki, huh? Oh, is that who that is, Huli? All right.
Oh,
Okay. Anything else before we jump into the speakeasy and let the rumors fly?
well, Cynthia, she just put out
Just got an
NDA
NDA.
information.
Yeah. That doesn't matter in speakeasy. I don't think NDAs are enforced in speakeasy. They're just enforced everywhere else.
It's like you're an insider in there. You're in this bubble, and NDAs don't apply in the speakeasy.
The cone of silence. Anybody? Get smart. Okay, thanks for tuning in, everybody. I think that's it. Again, we're gonna put up another trailer. I think this will answer some. I'm not sure what the trailer is. We're gonna do Friday for the invitation, so just tune in and find out. Subscribe on the channel. Yeah, Craig Carter says I'm on the proofreading team at Amazon for treasure hunting books, so I have an NDA. All right. Okay, everybody. We'll see you next time. See you in Speakeasy.